Thank you again for joining us today. We would like to take this opportunity to provide an update and progress report on our strategic plan. Our strategy process includes the cycles of planning, implementation, monitoring, and review conducted by the executive team and our board of directors. It is regularly refreshed each year to adapt to changes to market conditions, competitive assessments, and annual budget cycles. It is also regularly monitored by the board and is aligned to the company's key performance indicators and compensation targets. Additionally, in the first quarter of 2021, in connection with Jennifer Fritchie and Scott Gibson joining our board of directors, we have formed the Strategy Oversight Committee, which has been tasked to provide additional expertise and input into our strategic planning process. This committee will help us refine and improve our plans to address the fast-paced changes and opportunity emerging in 5G deployments, private network growth, and satellite and test and measurement growth. The goal of our strategic planning process is to measure our performance, sharpen our execution, capitalize on our strengths, overcome our weaknesses, and defend against threats. It is carefully aligned to driving shareholder value and making improvements to the business. Before I begin, as you can see from slide 3, my presentation contains forward-looking statements. These relate primarily to the company's goals and expectations. These forward-looking statements are not guarantees of our future performance and involve a number of risks and uncertainties that can materially affect our expectations. Those risks and uncertainties are detailed in the risk factors set forth in our most recent Form 10-K filed with the SEC. These forward-looking statements speak only as of the date of this presentation. Page 4 is a high-level company summary. Wireless Telecom Group is a leading provider of specialized software, instruments, solutions, and components, enabling the development, test, and deployment of wireless communications and connectivity. We serve large, top-tier global technology companies, as well as the government and military organizations. We are positioned to capitalize on a number of growth trends which cross over multiple sectors, such as 5G, industrial IoT, and network densification, as well as being positioned to serve sector growth trends, including increasing military and defense spend and increasing satellite communication spend, where we already provide solutions and serve customers today. We are headquartered in Parsippany, New Jersey, with $42 million in revenue and 50% gross margins as of our last fiscal year. We have 150 global employees, and approximately 25% of our revenue is outside of North America. And in 2020, we have signed 6 new software customers for our 4G and 5G software and service solutions. We are excited about the growing demand for LTE and 5G software solutions and our strategic alignment to this growth opportunity. Page 5 is a refresh and summary of the 5 pillars we launched last year, which outline our strategy. Our mission is stated on the left, where you see our focus is on specialized solutions and niche markets that are often ignored or overlooked by larger competitors. This helps us maintain strong margins by addressing markets and solutions which are less commoditized. The 5 pillars which make up our strategy are presented on the right, and they include a mix of product-focused and people-focused actions. These include technology leadership, increasing our total addressable market, increasing the number of strategic customers, accelerating our software sales, and driving a unified sales go-to-market organization. Each of these 5 pillars will be discussed in further detail later in our presentation. Netting it out, our strategic plan is designed to drive double-digit organic revenue growth, has already been effective driving gross margins above 50%, and is designed to drive to adjusted EBITDA margins to 15% of revenue. On page 6, we summarize our performance against Phase 1 of our multi-year plan. Recall that last year we presented 3 phases of our strategic plan, which included 2020 as Phase 1, 2021 and 2022 as Phase 2, and 2023 and 2024 as Phase 3. On the left, you will note we are driving and measuring initiatives, including organizational goals, new product development, and key industry expectations. The column in blue on the left is a summary of targeted objectives we set going into 2020, which were aligned to the longer-term growth goals. The column in green is a scorecard of results, and I'm very pleased to report we have accomplished a significant amount of our objectives during the year. Our most significant goals include gross margin improvement to above 50% for the full year 2020, the addition of a Chief Revenue Officer, and continued build of the executive team here at Wireless Telecom Group, the successful integration of Holtzworth, which contributed to leveraging the sales channels, brand value, and operational excellence of the company to drive revenues higher than our expectations and resulted in a year-over-year revenue increase of nearly 80% compared to the last reported year as a private company prior to our acquisition of Holtzworth. And most importantly, we are seeing traction and momentum of success signing new customers for our LTE and 5G software and services solutions. Netting it out, despite the challenges in 2020 of a global pandemic, we have successfully accomplished the milestones laid out in the beginning of the year as part of a multi-year plan for double-digit growth and improving profitability. On page 7, we reiterate our goals for Phase 2 and Phase 3 over the next 4 years. Our goals for 2021 and 2022 include double-digit revenue growth, maintaining gross margins above 50%, and increasing our EBITDA margins. With regard to new product development, over the next 18 months, we expect to continue advancing our 5G roadmap to include important releases in connection with 3GPP Release 16 standards. We also expect to continue to launch new products to market in test and measurement, and in the next 2 months, we will announce new products to leverage joint product development between our Booten and Holtzworth brands, as well as updated technology for our Holtzworth solutions. In 2021, we will also continue our focus on integrated solutions in RF components and public safety. Last, our performance is tracking closely to the 2021-2022 expectations of key industry themes, and we are continuing to see traction and wins in both the first and second quarters of 2021 for 5G software and services, as well as increased demands of public safety regulations. To this point, last week we announced we have been recognized as the winner of an award by Connected Real Estate for one of the best in-building public safety solutions on the market, and we are excited about the growth opportunity ahead in this growing segment of the market. On the following pages, we will discuss in some further detail our strategic plan, why we are doing it, what actions we have taken and will be taking, and we will also provide some recent examples of the results of our strategic actions. On page 8, we illustrate the first of our 5 strategy pillars, technology leadership and innovation. As a smaller competitor to much larger participants in the markets over a long period of time, we have evaluated where we win, and here we seek to replicate that. Driving innovation at a fast clip and deploying investments to solutions in specialized niches and customized solutions allow us to excel in areas of the markets where our customers have specific needs and where the competition has less of an interest in making investments for superior solutions. We have realized project and bid wins because we are willing to innovate and invest. Recent examples of our actions and results include new product releases for programmable noise generation for automated test environments and advanced millimeter wave noise sources. New Holtzworth products which demonstrate our ability to scale that business and expand the product set at an accelerated rate. and Comagility's 5G end-to-end connections for radio access network development. On page 9, our second strategic pillar is to seek ways to increase our addressable market to drive revenue growth. Here, we intend to launch new products focused on specific markets where our core technology and core skills can scale to address sector-specific needs. Second, we intend to increase our share of wallet through portfolio expansion, which includes both leveraging our current product sets as well as leveraging the increased market available to us through our acquisition of Holtzworth. In addition to the successful acquisition and integration of Holtzworth, we have successfully launched expanded microlab mid-band solutions, which are expected to contribute to revenue growth in 2021 and beyond as carriers deploy spectrum acquired in the auctions in the first quarter of this year. A second example of recent results I mentioned earlier, which includes our recent new products to address public safety distributed antenna system monitoring, which has been recognized with an award for one of the best in-building public safety solutions on the market, and we are excited about the growth opportunity ahead in this growing segment of the market. On page 10, our third strategic pillar includes actions to continue to develop strategic customers. This will help us address customer concentration and the lumpy impact of large projects and cyclicality in the telecom customer base. Our actions include diversifying our strategic customers through increased military and satellite product applications, as well as focusing on design and consultation with our customers, which typically will deliver repeat and recurring order flow. Two examples of our recent success here include our end-to-end satellite test solution, which included instruments and devices from every one of our product lines, making up an end-to-end solution, showcasing our expertise and understanding of the exacting requirements for the transmission, testing, and receiving of RF signals in satellite applications. A second example is where our solutions provide unique value to customers, from lower cost of ownership, integrated point of interface solutions, to GPS synchronization solutions for tailored carrier needs. Turning to page 11, we illustrate the fourth pillar of our strategy, which is to accelerate our software sales. 2020 was an inflection point for success, customer commitment, and adoption. As a reminder, in Q4 2019, we launched Release 15 of our 5G software, and we then signed a collaboration agreement in Q1 of 2020 with NXP Semiconductor. Following those two important milestones, we have now signed 6 new software customers in 2020, representing both our LTE and 5G software solutions. Even better is that this momentum of signing new software customers has continued into 2021. And in Q1 2021, we signed 2 new customers. And in our second quarter to date, we have signed another 2 customers. So in total, over the last 5 quarters, since March 31, 2020 through May 31, 2021, we have signed 10 new customers to 4G and 5G deals, totaling almost $6 million of new bookings and representing over $9 million of total potential contract value. We continue to work with other potential customers in the funnel with multiple performance obligations, which could include software licenses, services, and royalties, and we expect additional success throughout 2021. Page 12 is the fifth pillar of our strategy, which is integrating, expanding, and leveraging our global sales channel. We are doing this to capture a greater realization of sales synergy through our existing customer and channel relationships. We know that not every customer will buy across our full suite of products, but we do know we have areas of opportunity where we can leverage the relationships we have to network into other parts of those customer organizations where there could be selling opportunity. We are pleased to report Holtzworth has been fully integrated into our test and measurement business, and we are working hard to replicate the success in 2020, exceeding our revenue expectations. Our recent results also includes the addition of our new Chief Revenue Officer, Alfred Rodriguez, who joins us with over 20 years at Xilinx. Alfred has added expertise and leadership to our sales teams and allowed us to streamline and accelerate our selling and marketing efforts. Turning to page 13, we highlight our quarterly book-to-bill ratio and our growing backlog. There is no better way to illustrate the collective success of the goals we set out before you and the results we have highlighted than a consolidated view of 5 quarters of positive book-to-bill and the resulting 5 quarters of growth to our backlog. We expect to deliver these customer commitments over the next 1 to 5 quarters and recognize that revenue, with most of the revenue delivered over the next 1 to 3 quarters. Note that as our software sales grow, the composition of our revenue and backlog will contain higher levels of software and services, which will help drive margin expansion. On page 14, we illustrate the growth and rebound of our RBS bookings, reflecting 4 straight quarters of growth and increasing new software customers helping drive that growth. Our software is a building block of LTE and 5G applications, including specialized small cell solutions, satellite solutions, and private network applications. We remain incredibly excited about our NXP Semiconductor relationship and its potential to continue to drive interest and funnel opportunities for our 5G software solutions. On page 15, we summarize our key accomplishments during a very challenging year. We have increased our RBS software sales and successfully integrated Holtzworth, driving revenues above what they previously accomplished before the acquisition. These represent 2 of the most strategic products and highest margin solutions, which in turn have improved our gross margin profile above our long-term goal of 50%. We have added our new Chief Revenue Officer, which has helped drive positive booking results and a growing backlog. And in the first quarter of the year, we have paid down approximately 5% of our debt and remain committed to continued debt reductions. Page 16 is a recap of our strategy and a reiteration of the long-term goals we will use to measure our execution and success. We expect to continue to drive technology innovation, increase our addressable market and the resulting growth opportunity, work to develop an expansion of strategic customers, accelerate our software sales, and drive an integrated global sales strategy. As we execute successfully, we expect this to help drive annual double-digit organic revenue growth, gross margins growth over 50%, and adjusted EBITDA margins of 15% of revenue. Thank you for your time and the attention today.